to just be here. I mean,
No, could you just speak in just a few seconds about the monotony being in Toma? The year is what? The year is you know, during them 7 years it was what was the years again?
I mean, from 2005 to 2012.
So those years, you know, did you have wireless in your home over here?
I had wireless in my home and everything I.
So why not just sit in the house and do it?
You know, going to school takes some discipline. A lot of times when we in the comfort of our own home, you know the TV's there, you be like, well, I'll do this homework later.
Come on now.
I figured for me to do studying, I just had to get out the house.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And I was like, what better place to go than coffee shops? I kind of like coffee shops, finding different coffee shops.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. And so Starbucks was my friend for a long time. You know.
You got to know the people. Did they know your order?
Not really. They probably did, because I mean it's been the same order.
So look, what did you used to do?
Caramel macchiato.
That then now at Starbucks, if I go to Starbucks, it's caramel macchiato. That was a sweet drink. I was like, oh snaps! Yeah. So I must have, because I'm serious. That's the only one I get. I don't get nothing else.
I really get. I
yeah.
mean, every now, and sometimes I used to get tea, but for the most part, it was that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And actually, like when I used to go to Madison on the weekends, because when I caught on to Madison and started going there on the weekends, I would have my school materials with me. I would go to Starbucks down in Madison. If I was going around to Milwaukee, I was finding the Starbucks and dropping a friend off and everything. But I went to the Starbucks to do homework. I travel with my laptop. Pretty much when I go out of town, I got my tablet. Now I'm blessed. I got my graduation design MacBook.
Come on now. Ooh, talk about that MacBook, because you went overboard. Look, mine, I told you, mine was 129, and it's, you know, you see, and I think what it is that you got a good one. I got the refurbished one, right? It's a good one. So talk to me about this. Was your This was your graduation gift to your.
I wanted a MacBook Pro, but I didn't want to pay full price, because me and the wife yesterday went to the Apple store in Madison.
Yeah.
And I wanted the price, a brand new one. It's like $12.99.
Woo.
Cold water. Now you can freeze.
Ooh. Cold water.
Now you can freeze police officers.
And
tell mommy thank you, because that was a good idea. Or was that you? Was that your idea to do that, son?
Yeah, that was my idea.
My man. We go. Hold on, we got it.
Shaw wanted to come up, but it's mommy's.
It's all good. It's all good. High five.
And and actually, the story about that is I service these guys called Banana Buyback. The young man started, and he buys Apple products and stuff.
Yeah.
And I basically was like, look, can you work out a deal with me, man? Because, you know, I basically did a little promissory note.
Yeah.
He had me put down half.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what I wanted. I got a 2016 MacBook Pro.
Because I think one of the things we was talking about of the difference between having a refurbished one and the one you getting is the screen size. Right? You need a
mine's a 13-inch. I would have desired a 15-inch or 17.
So you settled for the 13, because which here's the thing. Now I want to let you know the power of what you got right now. If you get a blue snowball mic, the blue snowball mic is literally $25. Matter of fact, the blue snowball mic, if I got one here, which I think I do, I'll give it to you before you leave. That is a USB mic. So you will be able to plug that snowball in mic. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure you leave with it today. You're gonna plug in that snowball mic into your laptop. Anywhere you at, you'll be able to, your vocals will sound as crisp as mine. Wow. That right there, because I'm gonna tell you something. So I've been over the years, ever since you met me, about starting in 2003, somebody put me on from doing music on hold on, I gotta get some water. Doing music on computer in 2003. In 2003, a guy by the name of Isaac Count the Money Wilson. His father named him Count the Money. His middle name is Count the Money, and I'm not messing with you. I got the records. I got the snapshot of it. And what's funny about this guy? I met him in 2003. 2 years later, I come to find out he is literally the brother of a guy who I used to rap with back when I was in high school. So it was like, what? So he taught me electronic music, took me off of regular keyboard. Remember that keyboard? Remember that keyboard? What's the name? What's the Latino couple that they didn't stay together, but that Latino couple, what's his name? Oh, George.
Oh yeah, I remember George.
Listen, I need you to do me a favor. If you reach out to George, if he don't call me back, I need a. I don't know, but he's online. And he did not marry that girl that he was with.
What was his last name?
George. I'll find the records, cause here's what happened. Remember, during that time when you had Life of Faith Church, I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring my gifts to the table. So I brought that keyboard. Was the keyboard I did my first album, my second album, and a portion of my third album on. That keyboard, it was a Korg. And that keyboard I had a slingshot and 5 smooth stones. I still got my stones, but that joker got my slingshot, my keyboard, right? Here's what happened. So during that time, we was doing events, you was plugging me into the stuff, and I brought my keyboard. So I brought out the Big Mama. That joker's been in my life. My uncle, that was my uncle's keyboard. And then my uncle gave it to me so that I could do the ministry. He sold into my life. My Uncle James gave me the keyboard and said, here you go, nephew. That's what an uncle supposed to do, is put you on it. Because of my uncle, when I was 19, 20, 21, because of my uncle, and 22, my uncle gave me that Korg keyboard. I made my first album and my second album and a portion of my third album. So I bring it up. And after all the drama I've been through, cause waiting on, I thought I was gonna make the albums and be out there. What ends up happening is I bring the Korg, Life of Faith. We down in your basement. I remember one day you had the drums, you was kicking it off, I had the keyboard, and I don't bring my keyboard out because when I do my keyboard stuff, I be in the crib doing the keyboard. I don't take it out to be doing stuff.
A nice Yamaha keyboard.
Yeah, listen, I gave it to George. I said, George, all right, you part of my team. And he was like, yeah, I'm about to, him and his girlfriend. And I was in their life, talking to him about she want to get married and he don't want to get married. And because I think he knew that I can't remember her last name, but anyway, they didn't stay together. But here's what ended up happening is one of my habits, bad habit that I will no longer do anymore, is I will see that God wants something done and I will bring my best to the table. I brought my best. That was my keyboard. And I sold it into his life. I sold it. I gave him that keyboard. I didn't give it to him. It was not even a donation. That was okay, here you go, because we're going to do something. This was during the same time, 2009. Remember, I was being all trepid. I get nervous, man. When I say I get nervous, meaning I have to protect my resources. I done already spent money. I don't always count the money. I do what God want me to do. What happened? Gave the keyboard to George. Because I needed to work on the next album. I was in the process of working on all this stuff that you heard. Been working on it for years, kind sir. By the way, let me tell you this. That song, I Must, the lyrics on that song, it was written and recorded when I was 21 years old. I am 41 years old.
You are now listening to nm3dots.com. Free download. Thank you for your support. You are now listening to nm3dots.com. Free download. Thank you for your support.
This is not a secret, tight hold like no spiteful, lack of insightful, not no rival. Society, hold no eye, it's irony. Cattle on 1,000, my propriety.